When the sun goes down at Hidden Valley, the racing lights up. It's Nitro up north, featuring the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars. It's flat out quarter-mile action at over 400 kilometres per hour. The Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars start now. I hope you're ready for something truly explosive. This is the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Car Show coming to you from the Darwin Triple Crown. We have a fantastic crowd, and the crowd continues to build as we get set to go nitro racing down the quarter mile here at Hidden Valley. First time it's been with the Supercars here. Matt Nolte, you've been to so many events here, and we've got every angle covered for a huge night.
Oh, the anticipation, Chad, for this event has been so high. We've been talking about this for so long, and to do this on a Friday night, how spectacular this is going to be.
We've got speed shots, we've got onboard cameras. That's a helmet camera, or at least crew cam we'll have to call it tonight as we go onboard with Gareth Rogers, who's the crew guy for One Bad Kiwi. And one thing we love about this series is that there's a bit of a theme that runs throughout it with all the different car names. It's not just about the drivers, the cars are equally the stars tonight.
We just love the sound. Crank it up at home. This enormous crowd looks on. It's only the second time we've had Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars in the top end, and they're about to rock your lounge room here tonight from Darwin.
That is the beautiful sound of Nitro. Event number 30, held here 2 years ago, was won by Anthony Begley in the car named LA Hooker. He's back tonight, ready to go just on the left-hand side of our frame as we roll through for the first real burnouts of the night. And you'll feel this in your lounge room. So Brandon Gosbell aboard King Kong, and in the other lane, it's the Stormtrooper, and Greg Lay, who has been a part of this series pretty much since the first year back in 2013. Here they come.
But neither have been here before. It's their first time they've matched up any time in their history. What a moment for this guy. Brandon Gospel as he reverses up in his lane, the right-hand side of screen. Our first pairing at Nitro up north. A brilliant crowd on hand. 3 rounds of racing to come here tonight from the top end.
Gosbell does hold the record for the quickest elapsed time ever in this series. 5:37 down the quarter mile. It's 5.37 seconds. We're not going to get down to those times tonight, I don't think. It's simply because track conditions are very different to what we saw in Sydney when those times were set. We haven't had any cars down the racetrack really so far tonight. So getting 4,000 horsepower to the ground in these 2 cars is going to be exciting. And if they can't do it, they're going to have to use all their nous to drive it down the quarter mile. Into pre-stage. Nearly set for up first Nitro pairing. This is the Darwin Triple Crown Nitro up north. And how good is this?
Tyres for King Kong, but both of them step out, but give it to King Kong in the first period. And how's the rumble from the finish line? It's a 580 at 405 kilometres an hour to kick off this Friday night speed show.
How about that? Darwin has got what they have come for tonight. Huge crowd here at Hidden Valley, and the first pass of the night delivers with a strong 580 run at over 400 kilometres per hour. And on the slow-mo shot, there's lots to dissect here. We'll look first towards Stormtrooper, and that had the left front tyre up in the air, and then it started to get into a little bit of tyre shake, and that's the moment there where it was really out of shape and out of the groove to the left-hand side. Look at those rear Goodyear tyres slapping around.
But an 0.41 reaction time, that's got to be up there, one of the quickest we've seen in car from King Kong.
Now you do have to change gears in these cars. It's a gear shift that happens just after half track.
So the violence through the wheel, Goodyear, as he fought this car down the quarter mile.
That is the shifter under his left thumb. Watch it from the other angle on the other side of the racetrack. We'll turn our attention to the right-hand side, and raw nitro fuel coming out of the left-hand side of King Kong. That means it's dropping cylinders. Now we see that quite a little bit in supercars when you hear them drop a cylinder in the car. That's quite actually normal in these cars for that to happen. And every time you lose one of those cylinders, you lose literally 1/8 of your horsepower. Decent skid from Nitro Express. parking that car somewhere near the 330-foot marker, which is about 100 metres down the racetrack. And that is our battle. LA Hooker, one of the most famous funny cars that ran around the United States back when funny cars were the emerging scene. And cool to see that car running around in Australia now for the last 8 years, up against the most successful car in the business, Nitro Express.
And what a moment for Nathan Coles, your very own here. Look at this shot from up in the spectator area. We wish we were calling from there tonight. That would have been pretty cool. And Anthony Begley, one of the originals in the Aeroflow Outlaw Series. He loves this form of racing. We'll see his daughter Emma in the field. They'll in fact match up later on tonight, which is going to be quite special to say the least. Nitro Express, the most successful car in this series history. More with Rick Gorsey at the wheel, but now Nathan Coles gets his chance to run it in front of the home crowd. There's pressure on him tonight to perform, both in the full stage. Here we go.
The tyres at half track, and that was a great save. Anthony Begley, that car got wicked sideways, and that means the win, and the 3 points goes to Nitro Express and Nathan Coles. But Matt, that was a wild ride for Anthony Begley. That got proper sideways.
And right at half track as well. So reaction time went to the left-hand side for Begley, but the talking point's going to be just at that half track, that transition point there. He's lucky to control that. He can fight these cars. Look at the rattle, the tyre shake, slapping the chassis here of LA Hooker.
So he actually drove through the tyre shake and managed to get it back up, but there, right on half track, loses grip in those rear tyres. 4,000 horsepower, just a bit too much to hold on to, and that car cranks sideways.
Oh, he did so well. You know who else used to be good at doing this? Wait for this shot. The great Andrew Cowan could do that in a Top Fuel dragster as well.
Happy to say Andrew Cowan is here at the dragster tonight, son of Graham. He's drawing that awesome New York Yankees Top Fuel car in the NHRA. And that car was doing 200 miles per hour, a tick under 320 kilometres per hour when it was sideways then. As Emma Begley steps forward, has made her way up through the ranks of the junior dragsters to join her dad in the Aeroflow series, up against her dad's arch rival as well in the Dark Horse.
And Emma Begley, who licensed at the Motorplex a couple of seasons back. Strong burnout from the right, but not so from the left-hand side, Chad.
Yeah, really tricky conditions tonight. I think they're going to have to dial a lot of horsepower out of these cars early on while they wait for the track to grip up. So there is Massinio in the Dark Horse. And looking forward to seeing this all-Ford Mustang matchup.
So Dark Horse takes on Let's Boogie. Friday night, Nitro up north here at Hidden Valley. Maximum crowd in the house here tonight. Enjoying the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars.
Huge reaction time advantage going the way of Dark Horse and coast to the 3 points. Got the job done relatively easily. Not going to win too many races in this series with a 635. Got away with one on that occasion. And looks like it's very difficult to get these cars off that right-hand lane tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but has all of the wins been in that left-hand lane so far?
Yeah, it has been.
Even in the Supercars races.
Yes.
Huge reaction time advantage. That's not one of Emma's better lights. But typically, and you said it before the pass, she does hold a small reaction time advantage. But if you are even just 0.2 of a second slow as we watch big pedal job from Massinio and also raw fuel coming out the left-hand side of that car.
This is a serious round of racing coming up as we take helmet cam here. And Morris McMillan aboard one bad Kiwi. Set to take on Justin Walsh. Another one of the tough nuts of the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny car scene. Hope you're enjoying this action. We're going live right around Australia here tonight.
Oh, got that car a little bit sideways in the burnout. One bad Kiwi. He's now one bad Sydney-sider, but that doesn't sound as good. He lives out in the western suburbs in Sydney. He and his super awesome wife, Monique, are expecting their second child. So Monique's not here today. That's usually her job down on the start line. The Terminator is coming off the back of a recent win in that car. Justin Walsh doing a great job in Sydney, the last event, number 34. It's been a long season for these cars that started in 2019, like a World Endurance Championship super season. It's gone over a few calendar years. This is a really tasty matchup because both of these guys should feature at the end of the night.
Breathing heavily from the start line.
Oh, deep stage for Terminator. A little bit of smoke, but it's going to be a close race. Oh, that was wild. I thought Maurice McMillan was gone then. I thought for all money he was going to get the wall. And at 322 kilometers per hour, he hangs on for the win, just gets it under 6 seconds. And Matt and I both jumped in the commentary box because that looked for all money that it was going to be absolute chaos.
Absolutely out of control. Right-hand side of screen on the Aeroflow replay and still managed the 596. The guy's a freak.
That was race of the round. Terminator unlucky not to get all the way there first.
That was awesome.
Huge tyre shake for Terminator, then the raw fuel. So that car was dropping cylinders down the left-hand side as well. From the speed shot, it was still pointing straight at that point. It was somewhere around the 1,000-foot marker, which is about 300 meters down the racetrack, that McMillan's car got sideways. So with 9 cars and a random draw, it ends up being that one guy at the end of the round will get a solo pass, and that happens to be Josh Lay in the Bandit. Now, he was the quickest of the cars here 2 years ago, but didn't walk away with the win. He's young, he's fast, he's an accountant.
Fast accountant too.
Yeah, but he's also a drag racer.
Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars, rocking the top end.
This looks pretty good. There's the raw fuel on the left-hand side. It thunders through for a strong run. The ET is nice, 581. So we've seen a few drivers around that low 581 marker, and that was a nice run.
And that just backs up McMillan's run a few moments ago. That was straight as a die for the Bandit. McMillan was all out of shape and managed a 96. Here's the replay.
Left lane looks to be the money lane at the moment. You can just about see the cylinders firing as raw nitro fuel is pumped out while it's on idle. And then that massive launch RPM, you can see the bodywork shaking around. You can see a hint of the nitro header flames that we'll see more of later tonight. And then left-hand side, there's the raw nitro out the left-hand side of the exhaust. And it crosses across at 400 kilometers per hour.
More than a hint of nitro at the end there, but still, an 81, you'll take that and take maximum points in round number 1.
Seems like every pass that we've seen has had, unusually, some of the left-hand side has been where those drop cylinders have been. So we've got plenty more action still to come. This is Nitro up north at Hidden Valley. What a sight that is. Funny cars in the staging lanes. This is live action from Hidden Valley Raceway, the Merlin Darwin Triple Crown Nitro up north. And this is how they stand after one round of racing. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a loss. And whoever has the highest points from this last round will be fighting for the coveted Rocket trophies at the end of the night. Now, the important thing here, Matt Nolte, is ET, which stands for elapsed time, because that is the tiebreaker scenario. If you go through at the end of the round on 6 points, all the other drivers on 6 points will be fighting for that last spot on the final pass of the night, and it's going to be, the tiebreaker is their time down the quarter mile.
Don't like the nitro coming out the right side. To take on Greg Leahy. Snaps in the burnout, the Stormtrooper. So both guys with 3 points. Cole's at the top, and of course 3 for the win, 1 for a runner-up position.
There's Greg Leahy in the Stormtrooper. And he's going to be fighting against the local guy and driving Nitro Express, the most successful car in the series.
Now remember, Stormtrooper at the end of round number 1 had the 5 bombs go off.
Yes, they've done a good job to get that patch back up, and they are ready to go as we look forward down the drag strip. That's the reverse gear guy doing their job from behind the car, telling the man standing in front of the car which direction to send Nathan Cole, because these cars don't have rear view mirrors, rear view cameras, nothing like that. So You're going to use the crew guys to tell you where to back up, and you want to park exactly on where you did the burnout, because that is the stickiest part of the racetrack.
And if they did have reversing mirrors, they cannot see with that Aeroflow sign at the back. There's Cowan on the left-hand side. Adjustment to the wheelie bars. Greg Lay in the opposite lane. Just waiting for the cue from both tuners to set these cars to kill. Round number 2 in this capacity crowd. They've been pouring in all afternoon. There's not too many, if any, spare seats available here.
And for the first time, they're about to see Nitro Flames. This is what it's all about.
Flames on and off the track, and how do you like that to kick off round number 2? Nitro Express 575, and it's over 410 kilometers per hour. What a victory. And how's the sound and how's the flames?
Well, this is a power run from Nathan Coles in Nitro Express. Graham Cowan has nailed the tune-up, and this was just a beautiful pass. 575, a little bit of spark from the clutch down low as this thing was grinding away, just trying to hold on to whatever grip it could. That left lane still looks to be the best lane of the night. Greg Lay, nice pass for the first part. Just couldn't quite kick those rear tyres on it past half track, and had to pedal that car a few times. From the speed shot, here comes 400 kilometers per hour. I love that, flames on and off the track, like you said. That is a cool sight.
Mega from the deep end now. It's a great way to kick off this second round. Puts Coles with maximum points towards the finals here tonight. This was always the dream of Graham Cowan, to get the names back on the cars. We know we need sponsorship in drag racing, but it began like this. And Brandon Gospel is King Kong strong here tonight at Hidden Valley. What a shot.
Up against the Terminator, coming off an event win in Sydney. A really strong package. Can potentially, this guy who is so strong in altered drag racing, which is essentially a funny car without a body, he's probably the best we've seen in the country. The guys watch on and shake hands down the other end. The local boy on top, 6 points and with a good ET. So that time to beat, 575.
He's up and about down there, Nathan Coles. Darwin's very own as King Kong comes into position. Brandon Gospel under these amazing LED lights that illuminate this Hidden Valley drag strip. Look at this, Chad. This is incredible here tonight.
Standing room only, matey. Now 575 the time to beat, and on 3 points already, King Kong in the preferred lane. This is a great chance to go through to the final on 6 points.
Both in pre-stage, the Terminator into fall. Here comes King Kong, we're away.
Good drag race. Great drag race. Pushed all the way by the Terminator with a 567 low ET of the night.
There'll be some chest beating about that from King Kong.
Great run.
422 kilometers an hour. Fastest and quickest of the night. How do you like your speed, Chad?
That was so powerful, I can actually hear someone's car alarm going off in the car park. I kid you not. It set off the car alarms down here in the television compound when that car came flying by the commentary box.
I'll be back in a minute. Check this out one more time on the Aeroflow replay.
Bashes second gear with his thumb, reaches over towards the parachutes, slams them shut. 5 Gs on impact when those chutes hit.
It's because he went right through the finish line, fully lit this time. Wow, he was lucky to get to the center line too. Was the Terminator. Watch right-hand side here. That was a huge speed for the night, 422 kilometers per hour in round 2. In these conditions, we've dropped a couple of degrees since the first round. The humidity is rising, but so too is the temperature on the track. Josh Lay gets a dance partner in this second round at least. Got the solo in round number 1, so maximum points. And McMillan swapping sides as he drifts sideways during the burnouts. Josh Lay very businesslike on the right-hand side.
One bad Kiwi, Maurice McMillan, now calls Australia home and does work full-time in this championship, so has the pleasure of working for Graham Cowan, 35 years of age. And a little bit younger is this man, Josh Lay, ready to go in the Bandit, 27 years of age. here we go. This will be a great shot. Just helping the car in a pre-stage. Now go to work on the idle. Make sure Morris is happy in the car. And a great shot. Just checking on that idle sitting between 2,700, 2,800. Make a slight adjustment with that fuel-to-air mixture.
Be happy to cruise in the freeway at those kind of RPM. Andrew Sharp in the background of the shot. So McMillan first to pre-stage. Josh Lay bumps in. This second round is really starting to get hot here in the top end.
Both drivers already on 3 points. Advantage to the Bandit, and he brings it home in style. Big, big run, 565. And it's getting competitive at the top. Going low ET by 200ths of a second, round 2, and they are getting these funny cars figured out.
He was so on the edge at the finish line. Aeroflow replay telling us the story of speed here. But it's the finish line I want to see, because that was cool. Lee, it's like an old school funny car race from the States. The crowd love this. So too did the one-bag Kiwi crew.
2 or 3 pedals and he knew it was all over. Header flames all the way to the stripe in the other lane. That was an awesome run. And the hard part there for Josh Lay, he's up against Morris McMillan, who tunes that car. So Morris McMillan tuning the car in the other lane.
This is a massive advantage for Paul Massinio. He's got no opposition. Having a solo here in the last run of the second round of competition here tonight.
We should still have the Begleys as well, hopefully. Typically we do the solos last.
Yes.
But just to make sure that all those cars are getting lined up in the staging lanes, I think we might still get the father-daughter lineup.
They were scheduled to come out previously before these two on the right-hand side. Paul Massinio, he's the intimidating character as he backs up. We'll go to the end of the track. Bryony Ingerson.
Yeah, Josh Lay and Morris McMillan, that was a great battle, Josh. The victor in that one, how was it?
Oh, amazing. Like Nitro up north, how good's this? Yeah, just fantastic. I'm out of breath, it's that good. It was a great run, honestly. So, look, sorry to my teammate, but I got bragging rights this time.
Well, we're on to the finals soon. Good luck, guys.
Thank you very much.
Now, Dark Horse is already on 3 points, so Paul Massinio needs to win this race and go quicker than a 567 to hope to have a spot in the final.
Do you feel the pressure?
You feel the excitement. You and I have been to just about every drag strip in the country calling this awesome sport. Never had a night quite like this. Can he do it? Remember that number, 567 the time to beat.
This is looking really good. It's going to beat his PB for the track. Comfortably at the end for Massinio. It's a 574. It's not going to be enough, is it, Chad? But easily his best run here ever at Hidden Valley.
Great run. Should be enough to lock him in for a bronze medal run up against the local boy Nitro Express, Nathan Coles. That was a great pass. Just needed an extra 1/10 of a second. Look at that raw nitro burning, and then the clutch sparks. Little micro adjustments already on those front tires.
A lot more than what we saw from Nitro Express at the start. See the shake going through the bodywork. He runs his personal best down here. Still some 3/10 off his best ever ET. Now we get the Begley family affair. Time to square it off in this second round of Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Cars.
Well, if we're scoring this one on burnouts, it's advantage Dad at the moment. He's also in the quick lane. Random draw for the first 2 rounds of racing. He's a real character.
Even a showman.
He's raced just about everything you can race in drag racing, including Top Fuel, including Big Show Nitro Funny Cars. And here's his daughter, Emma. Oh no, he's getting the shutdown signal. And that very rarely happens with these cars. Shut it off, they're telling him.
And that's going to give Emma the track to herself. They've met on 3 occasions. This is going to square the ledger.
Pre-stage for Emma, needs to move about 13 centimetres forward. Wow, this is a really nice pass down to 1,000 foot before she backed off. 595. Now, is that the first time we've seen a car go sub 6 seconds in that lane tonight? Emma Begley finally showing us that, yes, you can get down that lane That was a great run.
10th quicker than she's ever been down the track as well, and with an early shut-off. So Let's Boogie lived up to its name.
This is a car that Justin Walsh has won in the series before, dating back to the Motorplex a few seasons ago, before making his switch across to the Terminator. She did a great job to drive that car through the little hint of tyre shake that it had. She never lifted off the throttle. We can tell that because the header flames never went out until she got to about 1,000 foot. Had the wind light firmly in her grasp. Doesn't hurt the car, smart driving. Fireworks go off and she moves through on 4 points. This is Nitro Up North. It's all part of the Merlin Darwin Triple Crown. Hope you're enjoying the action. Don't go anywhere, plenty more to come.
It's been a great night so far here, and we're edging closer to our final round of the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars in front of a capacity crowd here. So let's crank it up. The Terminator is taking on Let's Boogie in the final round of the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars. What an amazing night. The anticipation has been well over 12 months. And now we see it for real. Emma Begley on the left-hand side taking on the Terminator.
So Emma comes through to this final matchup on 4 points. That's 1 win, 1 loss. The win over her dad coming through way of a solo pass. And the Terminator taking the preferred lane tonight, which happens to be that left-hand lane.
You took us through the whole procedure of how much time between the last round and this round. Busy crews, it looks so clinical down there. Some teams, there was a bit of panic with one of the cars prior to this. But they're a well-oiled machine, these Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars.
Great shot.
Isn't it?
Look at the size of that Goodyear tyre and the footprint it holds on the racetrack. The wheelie bars chalked up and ready so they can get a read on how far that wheelie bar is pushing down onto the racetrack after it launches. This is Justin Walsh up against his old car. He won a round in that old vehicle, now in the hands of Emma Begley.
Both in pre-stage. Final round. Their final look at Hidden Valley. It's away. Give it to Walsh. Begley trying to fight back. She has to get out of it, and Walsh bang through the finish line to the sound of pyro with a 588, just a whisker under 400 kilometres per hour. Emma fought with him all the way down. She fought Let's Boogie. Comes up a fraction short, but she'll take that.
Hey, that was a good drag race. Let's check this out on the Aeroflow replay. Some clutch sparks out of Let's Boogie on the left-hand side. An admirable fight, given how difficult it's been to get down that lane. A little bit of clutch dust coming out of the windows. Then the tyre shake for Begley. Relatively clean, so just watch the tyres get out of shape, just about there. Drives through it. She's not afraid of that car at all.
Stayed with him just past half track. We've been seeing that all night. Cars just squirming past half track. Here it is from behind on the Aeroflow replay. Oh, look at that, stepped out more from the behind shot.
She got back on it as well at the finish line.
It boogied all right. Here it is from the grandstand. Amazing finish. Walsh getting the job done aboard Terminator. Bryony.
That was a fantastic run. Hey, I've just noticed it. Got a GoPro on the front of his helmet. Well, I'd love to see that vision later on.
Well, it makes for some really good videos for GoPro, and it teaches me a lot about my own driving. And yeah, we love it. We post them on Facebook all the time, get heaps of views.
Fantastic. We'll give you just a second to get your helmet off as Emma is coming up just behind. Really good battle between the two of you. You got the job done though. Congratulations.
Yeah, we didn't have a real good round 1 and round 2, but we've got the win in round 3. It's great to race Emma. That's my old car that I used to run, so it's good to go in and have a skid against her. She's a good, fair competitor, and she'll be good. She's going to be an up-and-comer, and she'll get some wins with, you know, not too far down the track.
You've done a good job yourself tonight. Congratulations for being part of Nitro Up North.
Oh, mate, it's great to be up here in the Northern Territory. Can't believe how hot it is because we're used to winter down there, but every day's summer up here. But great to see the crowd out here and great to be part of the V8 Supercars.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Great result for Justin Walsh. And Emma Begley pull up just behind there. She'll be happy with that effort here as she continues to get more and more confidence in the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Car Series. Next pairing coming to life down here in the staging lanes. the edge towards our podium. Who's going to win this tonight? We just love the sounds, don't we? We hope you are at home as well. Hope you got the volume cranked up, settled in nice and comfy on the lounge.
Just a little bit of action this weekend across Fox's June Motorsport month.
Formula One, MotoGP, IndyCar.
This weekend is going to be just awesome.
Little sleep coming up, that's for sure.
We're going home for a nap and then straight back to the track because from 9:15 a.m.
Oh, you're going home? I was just going to say here.
Sleep under the desk in the commentary box.
It's been done before.
We've done it before.
We're not kidding either. LA Hooker is back on the track. Anthony Begley didn't get out the second round, and Ever the Showman will take on the Stormtrooper of Greg Leigh in their final pairing.
Yeah, engine mount issue for LA Hooker. So that's an unusual one, which is what caused the fuel leak because it was at the fuel fitting side of the engine, also known as the front of the engine. And as a result, they had to shut that car down. Pretty good pickup to find that and get that fixed in such a short amount of time. Cool car. It's had quite a few drivers. Famous Ron Capps has driven this car. Tommy Johnson Jr. has driven LA Hooker here in Australia before.
I do remember Ronnie Capps. That was one of the first ever rounds, I think we had, 2013.
It was, yep.
Yeah.
Cool to see some more American drivers come back out.
So cool as the respective tuners look at each other. It's the right time to adjust this. Get them into position. None of these are for podiums. This is purely for the entertainment. We're edging closer to our top three. Both cars in the pre-stage. Stormtrooper last in. Away. Side by side, Chad. Here comes Stormtrooper. Is he going to do it? Give it to LA Hooker. That was a squeaker. 564 at just over 407 Ks. It's got to be close, and the car alarms are going off again.
How good was that for a drag race? And that is proof that, yes, you can get down that right lane. The tuning window may be small, but when it's there, it is there. And 564, that is a huge run from LA Hooker tonight.
That was cool. Both sides of the track. Love to see the MOV, the margin of victory on that one. And you see LA Hooker just starting to go up into tyre shake at half track. Aeroflow replay from behind.
So low ET of the event so far. And who would have thought it would have come from that right-hand lane so far? That is an awesome run from Ant Begley. Wow.
That's cool.
What a run. Side-by-side fives. That is what this series can produce every night. So impressive. Big speed. Well over 400 Ks an hour.
Nitro Express on the right-hand side, the most successful Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny car of all time. Comes to life. We get closer towards our final pairings. And as always, Graham Cowan joined at the hip with this Chevy.
34 events that we've had in this series, 16 of them have been won by this car.
It was like a streak there for a period, wasn't there? Multiple events in a row with Rick Gorsey in the wheel 4 times. Battle of the burnouts. Probably the best one we've seen on the right-hand side of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. The skids are getting bigger. That's a good sign that the track is coming around. Here comes the local boy. Great run in round 2 to give himself a fight at getting inside the podium shots tonight. So comes through on 6 points. And that time, a 5.75. Dark Horse, 5.74. Just that little bit quicker and going to be stuck over in that right-hand lane.
This will be a tough opposition for Nathan Coles. He's in front of his own crowd, of which they're all still here. Nobody has left their seats. They might take our advice and just stay here the night for the big couple of days to come. Yeah. There it is. That's amazing.
Straight through to Bernard Fanning tomorrow night.
Yeah. Literally behind that hill where the crowd is sitting now. Great spot to watch the Repco Supercars Championship tomorrow. Big support car too. But for now, our attention on the sticky quarter mile in this Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny car. The view from crew cam.
Now they're adjusting that rear wheelie bar because once the tyres inflate with extra air after they heat up in the burnout, it can lift the ride height of the entire vehicle. So they have to change that wheelie bar adjustment to just make sure that the wheelie bar is also set at the right height.
It's the science. Graham Cowan with his back to us. Ready, looks over, thumbs up. And ready, give Nitro Express a little pat on its way down the quarter mile.
They call him GC, Graham Cowan, and he is the man who is in charge of this series. Straight into full stage for Nitro Express. We're on. Big whole shot advantage to half track for the dark horse, but he's sideways and just gets to the finish line, and Coles drives around him, and the local boy will take the third and final step on the podium tonight.
571, just under 420 kilometres an hour, and the Darwin boy gets on the podium. That was cool. Massinio threw absolutely everything at him, and Nitro Express gets onto the podium. Here it is.
Another good drag race. We're building towards this final matchup, and Dark Horse was out to a serious lead by the 3:30 marker there. That's about 100 metres down the racetrack. Across that transitional point from concrete to tarmac after that. Had a little pedal, got it back. Second, third pedal, 4, 5, 6 stabs at the throttle. And eventually, Coles was able to drive around him. And that is his first podium in the series. Congratulations to the local Darwin driver in front of his home crowd. What a huge result that is.
The fierceness has been like this in every single round. Usually you wait to the finals to see this kind of action, and Bryony, another squeaker of a race here in the Valley.
Oh, man, that was awesome. Nathan, congratulations. In front of your home crowd, how good does that feel?
Oh, it is undescribable. Best thing in the world. On top of the world right now, honestly.
Fantastic. Hey, Ali is presenting you with the third place Rocket Artillery Trophy. That feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, it sure does. It's been a long time I've wanted one of these.
Bit of celebrations tonight with some of your friends and family, no doubt?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm sure they'll be all a bit rowdy and happy to party.
All right, enjoy. Well done.
Awesome. Thanks heaps.
How cool is that? A huge smile on Nathan Cole's face in front of his home fans as well. And I think he's picked up a few more fans here tonight.
The thing about racing in front of the local crowd, you seem to find a bit more horsepower, a bit more speed, a bit more time. This is the one we're waiting for.
I'm not sure the trophies are big enough.
No, well, he's just too short. 1 for 2. And they are heavy trophies as well. He won't let go of that. So here we go. King Kong. Now, looking over to the other lane. Josh Lay in the Bandit. Solo in the first round. Great in the second round. Now meets Brandon Gospel in this final round.
Oh, not a good burnout. And he's past the start-finish line. So once you go past the staging beams, you're not allowed to cross them again. So that's his burnout been and gone. And that could spell drama. Hasn't got rear tyre temp in that car where he'd want it right now. Is this car going to stick when he puts his foot down on the throttle? That is a huge question mark for me. And he came in with the slight advantage after a 565. He put the quickest ET down with a 558 the last time we went racing here. But he'll be very nervous inside that car now as he comes up against Brandon Gosbell and King Kong, because there's no guarantee that those rear tyres are going to stick when he puts 4,000 horsepower through them.
It's tough to do. It's not out of the question. But King Kong has been so good tonight.
Can you imagine if the final race of the night was won in that right-hand lane? There is a genuine chance of that happening. 565 for the Bandit in round 2. 567 to King Kong in round 2. These cars are so evenly matched. Two young stars coming up through the ranks. The winner of this race wins the night.
Into pre-stage. King Kong up against the Bandit. And it's going to go to King Kong. The reaction time, 0.53, doesn't matter. And King Kong wins in Darwin.
Decent old drive job at 6:40. Not a huge elapsed time in the end, but does enough to break through. And that's a special result King Kong gets the job done. That's the first win for that car. It's the first win for Brandon Gosball. Congratulations to Brandon, 26 years of age. He builds the engines in this series. He works for Graham Cowan, and he has been getting a grip on this car. Clearly an issue for the Bandit. That car never was happy as soon as it was turned on. And I feel like we've asked a lot of the teams, we check out the tyre shake, rattling King Kong, and he had a little pedal. We've asked so much of the teams, Matt, with live television to be able to turn their cars around quicker than ever, get back to the start line quicker than ever. So one or two issues are excusable tonight.
They've done an amazing job, just like Brandon Gosball did then. That car was out of shape, but gets the job done. Here it is from in-car. Have a listen.
Wow, that's wild. Four times he had hit that throttle pedal to get it down the racetrack. And by staging that car, Josh Lay at least gave him a chance to win the race, because had Brandon either red lit, which is a jump start, or crossed the center line or tapped the wall, he would have been disqualified. And got the job done. So only one driver down there, Brady, to hand out a trophy to, but it's the big trophy.
It certainly is. Yeah, Josh has actually just made his way down. But Brandon, this is all about you. Congratulations, the winner of Nitro Up North.
Oh, I can't even believe it. This is honestly a dream come true for me right now. You know, it wasn't that long ago I was a little kid sitting in the grandstand watching these things thinking, you know, man, what a dream that'd be. And here I am now, a winner.
You are living the dream.
Good, aren't you? How good?
Oh,
How
man.
good's that, a gold trophy?
I can't believe it.
This is incredible. Like, unfortunately for me, like, I broke a throttle cable, so I didn't even go anywhere, but doesn't matter. You're the winner today, buddy.
All right, well, while you're both here, let's present you with your trophies. First place to you, Brandon, and second place to you, Josh. You just explained exactly what happened. Disappointing, but two up-and-comers of the sport. Look at the smiles on your faces. It's just so great to see. How good is Nitro Up North? How good is drag racing?
Oh, this is just unbelievable. We're just so glad that we could be up here at Hidden Valley Dragway. Honestly, Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars doesn't get any better in drag racing. GC, Wendy, for giving us the opportunity. Like, it's just unbelievable that they do this for us. So, yeah, incredible.
Brandon, I'm sure you've got a couple of people to thank to get you this magnificent trophy tonight.
Absolutely. First and foremost, Graham Cowan, Wendy Cowan, you guys just for believing in me all this time. It's just absolutely incredible. So, you know, this one's for you guys. Thanks for that. And Mum, Dad, my whole family, my sister, you know, this is a whole family affair. So to do this in front of them and win a trophy, man.
Yeah, I think there'll be one or two people down in the pits afterwards to come and congratulate you. Such a great job, such a great show from all of you, but congratulations.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it heaps.
He will watch that race back for many, many weeks to come. The drive job to get it done. I know it was a solo, and what those guys said, Chad, is absolutely what this series is about.
Look how young these three drivers are. Australian drag racing needs more of that. We need more young drivers
100%.
coming through in the pro ranks. That is why this series is so cool. The next generation is here, and they're winning trophies. Well, that was a really cool night. This is finishing it officially with a bang, Matt.
How cool. We've loved every second of this. We've waited so long for it. I can't wait to do this again. The Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars. Let's do it again, Darwin.
Thank you to the Darwin crowd who have rolled out here and enjoyed a great show. The Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny cars always put on a huge performance in front of a packed crowd. Go and check them out on Facebook. Thanks for your company tonight. We'll catch you next time.